Did you know that there were six pillars to real estate investing that we're going to talk about this evening as we open up my Black Friday special? But I want us to all understand, including me. I have to remind myself, even though I've been doing this from 2004, I got to remind myself, Kris, which one of these pillars are you going to focus on? So tonight, we're going to talk about them and kind of explain why now is the best time for you to get involved in real estate investing. I'm going to break it all down for you because I believe you're smart. I believe a you can recognize a good time in your life. I believe real estate is important in all of our lives, and I believe you know how to make right decisions. So, greetings, class. I'm Kris Haskins. I'm going to be your pilot for the next few moments in time. It is an honor to be with you today. I'm not just here to drop my special on you, but I'm going to teach also because in my travels, how's my audio? Anybody let me know? I'm still struggling with this new audio here. I got this new gear trying to figure it out. Looks like it's good. Everybody let me know. So when I'm traveling, I'm meeting people, I get an opportunity I got a client. Oh man. Whew. I got a coaching client that's almost closing a deal now. How many of you know that you don't close a piece of real estate, a phenomenal piece of real estate, the day you meet the seller? It's going to take some time. And that's one of the pillars we'll talk about. The six pillars of real estate investing. Oh man, there's probably more, but I've narrowed them down. Marketing, financing, location, expandability, management, people, and the asset, and negotiation. So two of these I can't help you with at all. Is going to be location and expandability. But let's talk about those two real quick. We got marketing, financing, location, expandability, management, and negotiation. Financing. The two that we will talk about tonight are going to be marketing and financing and management. Marketing, finance, the sport of real estate acquisition and finance is been a part of my bloodline for the last 20 years. And now tonight, I just want to impart a little bit upon you that I can help you. I can help you. Let me show you some before I got so much to share with you. I could just do this. I could do this all day long. I could sit here and talk about real estate all day. Let me show you what I just got this in my email today. Share screen. Let me show you why it's important. As Myron Golden says, I'm going to show you how to invest in real estate and get paid in a short amount of time. And how do we define a short amount of time? In your lifetime. That's hey, Kathy. Hey, would y'all mind putting your name and your state where you're hailing from? Let me know where you guys are tonight. As everybody's out, I know everybody's out shopping, trying to get last minute Turkey Day. I'm opening up my Black Friday. If you want to just go skip all my blabbing and stuff, you can go right to Kris Haskins Black Friday. The link's in the video description. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna help you open up your mind tonight because right now is the time. So look at this. I got this email today in my inbox. I'm looking at this. I'm like, new property asking. Let's see what they want. How much they're asking for this. Blow this up. 133 Hampton Club Drive. I want y'all to see this now. This is what really gets my fire going and helps me to train y'all and teach y'all. Jersey Shore, what up? Did I say that right, Keith? Something in my eye. I'm going to read this. Don't miss out this turnkey rental in Hampton. Condos in the same condition are renting between $900 and $1,150. Reach out to your new Western agent. All right, so I want y'all to look at the price on this thing. This is what's so important here. The price, y'all. Okay, 97.5. And look at the product. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. Let me show you what. I didn't plan to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let me show you. What up, once home buyers? Thank you for recognizing we want to give you value. Thank you for recognizing that. Let me show you what I bought for this same price back in 2006. Let me show you one of the first pieces of real estate that I ever bought. And if I could get it to. Okay, there we go. Now, Y'all, I'm going to show y'all this. Oops. Let me slide this over there. I hope you guys are in for such a treat. This is why it is so important for you to get involved with real estate. Okay. Let me switch screens. This is for sale. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath selling for $97,500. Hampton Clove Drive. Let's look at the pictures of this thing. See photos. Boom, right there. All right, this is a normal looking apartment. Nothing fancy about it. Whoever's trying to sell it, they still left the stuff in there. It's unreal, man. Look at this. Let me show you what I bought for $97,500. This is what I bought for $97,500 back in 2006. This building right here. This is my first property that I bought for $97,500. Now, let me explain to you why this is such a milestone in my life, and I hope it will be for you. Check this out, y'all. What you're looking at here is it's these two places, this place, and let me help you with this. This place and this place here. Did I go back? The condo here, they are walking distance from each other, y'all. My townhouse and that condo, they are walking distance from you. But my 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,300 square foot townhouse, when I bought it back in 2006, everybody said I was crazy. Everybody. Why? Because the comps were only showing 88,000. And the good thing about I will say the good thing about the music business for me is I have been able to travel around the world and around the country to see what was coming here to the Hampton Roads area. And when I saw it listed for $97,000, I thought that wasn't a bad price, 2006, but it felt astronomical. My payment was $910. So my point here tonight, y'all, if in 2006, the fair market value of a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,300 square foot townhouse is $97,500. Today, that same $97,500 is going to get you a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo, y'all. So my question to you is, what is going on in all of our minds that we think we have the time to not invest in real estate? It's a 1-bedroom, y'all, going for $100,000. Now, this is happening around the country. Why? Because of so many reasons, but the value of the dollar is going down. But tonight, I'm trying to push you off of the fence. And the reason I'm doing my Black Friday special is to give you a ton of value. The last 20 years of me buying and selling real estate, crunching it down in my training courses and giving it to you for a very little price. It's going to cost you nothing but a couple of tanks of gas. That link's in the video description, or you can go to Black Friday, Kris Haskins, blackfriday.com. So the sport of acquisition and financing. Why is it that most of us don't get involved with real estate? Why? Because we think we have to use bank financing. And I'm here to scream at the tops of my lungs that is a fallacy, that is a misconception that the majority of us have lived and experienced our entire lives. And when you think about the real estate investing business and the people that are really, really winning in this game, guess what? They don't even go to banks. They don't even have to go to bank qualifying with banks. So you repeat after me. Financing does not go with real estate. These two things are not attached together. Most people think when you buy a piece of real estate, you have to pay the financing off. You do not. We take over. That's going to be the first training that I'm giving you, my subject 2 lease option training. That's in the video description. Number 1 is going to be my subject 2. We take over debt. We take over other people's loans. What do? Other people's debt. We take over other people's debt and we keep the loan in their name, but we own the house. So what I have learned regarding studying the sport of acquisition and finance over the years is that this whole little thing about real estate and finance, it has kept me up. You have you have no idea how many nights I've set up I've studied trying to figure out, Kris, how is it that I'm going to make this work? There's an album, Redman's first album. How are you going to make it work? And I am challenging you. How are you going to make it work? What are you going to do? How are you going to make the pieces of the puzzle come together for you in your life? It can seem like a mountain. It can seem like no one's going to help you. And let me remind you, y'all, you're not going to fit in. I have to keep telling my kids that. You're not going to fit. The stuff that we're talking here tonight, I did a consultation yesterday. Guy talked to all these attorneys. None of the attorneys are going to do a subject to deal for this guy in Boston. Zero. The guy called me. He's paying me for. I'm like, damn. The only reason I can come up with is most attorneys don't walk in that wealth walk either. They're merely trying to bill you for as many hours as they can. So it is going to be challenging for you to walk to take this walk, because the wealthy have a very thin line that they walk. So the sport of acquisition and finance, number one, is we take over other people's debt. The other part of that financing is we raise private money. You're going to get my private money training. It's going to be included in my bundle. Okay. If you just go to Black Friday, Kris Haskins Black Friday, or go right below, the link's right in the video description. So another thing you're going to get, my private money training. Did you know that there's more than enough money for you to finance all the real estate that you could ever buy? It's all out there. It's in other people's bank accounts and usually in other people's retirement accounts. Just go to Kris Haskins Black Friday. That's where all my bundle is. So before I understood this world of private financing, we call it crowdfunding, or we borrow money from moms and pa's, people that are looking to get a high rate of return on their money. Those are the people we deal with. Now, how do we do that? We secure their money with real estate. Now, when we acquire the property, we put them as a private money lender in first position. Just like the bank. Okay. So I haven't left y'all. I'm not going to leave you up here yet. I know you want to get into that stuff. But y'all, real estate is not going down. Rents, true story. I was at the gym today, walking around the gym. I was doing my little content thing. Guy comes up to me, goes, you're a content creator? I'm like, yep, that's what I do, brother. Excuse me. I got a horrible head cold. I'm like, that's what I do. I produce content. Start talking. He goes, when I first started renting, I paid $400 for a 3-bedroom property back in whatever it was. He goes, what rents are now? I'm like, I know, $1,700. So rents had, what's that? 400, 8, 12, 30, 40, 56. Rents have quadrupled in the last 20 years, y'all. Quadrupled. I don't know what I need to do to push you guys off of the fence. The writing is right on the wall for you to see, maybe I should at least get a taste of what this real estate investing thing looks like. Okay. So private money, we put our lenders, people that loan us money, in first position. Now, does that mean you got to have all the money from a private lender? No, you don't have to have 100%. But what if you had a bank loaning you money, and then you had a private lender that you could bring in and borrow 20% from? There are several different ways to acquire, to practice the sport of acquisition and finance. We just have to get it out of our minds that the only way to do this thing is turn in your credit score, deal with the bank applications, turn in the tax returns, turn in your bank statements and go get the appraisal, all that stuff. I do not want y'all to be bound. Remember, we talked before about conceptual incarceration. Conceptual incarceration. We are incarcerated by the concepts that are swirling around in our minds, basically because what are we thinking? So I meet with guys every day, like, Kris, man, I want to do this, but I'm waiting to get this together, my finance. And I'm like, what are you thinking? Do you understand the concept that we did? Let me help you understand this, y'all. Let me help you understand. You ain't getting it. Let me help you understand. How do we buy a piece of real estate? Let me show you how simple it is when we buy a piece of real estate. We meet a seller, other people's debt. Remember we talked about that? Y'all see that? Other people's debt. Let me give you an example. Let's say they owe $187,000, right? We're going to take over that debt. We're going to make those monthly payments. What are the monthly? Let's say the monthly payments are $1,400. We will take over this debt. Remember, the sport of acquisition and finance. We will take over this debt, but we will own the house. The loan will stay what? Loan stays in seller's name. Now, when you come into my Black Friday special, the link's right below. The number one product you're going to see is my subject to training. How do we buy real estate without going to the bank? That has been my saving grace. There's going to be several other trainings, my private money. And the other pillar of real estate that we'll talk about quickly tonight is going to be management. We'll get to that in a minute. So for all of us that are thinking that buying real estate is such of a big deal, the financing and the houses, they don't go together. Repeat after me. Financing and houses don't go together. Let's say it one more time. Financing and houses, they don't go together. You can buy the property, right? Well, let me see here. The financing, if they owe 187, that's the financing. The house is over here. We buy the property and we keep making the payments on the person's debt. That, my friends, is how we acquire millions of dollars of real estate. That's how we do it. Now, you own the property, loan stays in their name. There's a whole lot of, there's a ton of moving parts, which is why you're going to get this. It's called subject to, which is why you're going to get my subject to lease option training. With the course, with the Black Friday special, let's talk about management aspect. After you get into these things, which is why you're going to get the My Best Tenant training, that's included as well. Management. Why is this so important? Let's say you got a property. Your payment's $1,100 a month, right? Your payment's $1,100 a month. It's probably more than that. You might be thinking that, oh yeah, I'm going to rent the property out. I'm going to rent it out for your payment, $1,100. It rents for $1,500. What's that? So that means for the year, let me help y'all understand this because I had to go through this myself. This is the shit that almost put me out of business. That's it. Let me do it. Somebody calculate. What's 1,500 times 12? Somebody got that for me? If somebody can put 1,500 times 12, please, in the chat. They're going to make me do it. So you got to know what you're going to earn for the year, right? Times 12, that's 18,000. So the total you're going to get. This is one of the reasons I don't like real estate too. This is one of the reasons I can't get tenants to pay more rent than the lease says. And you can only charge them one time a month. You can't get tenants to pay any more. That's why you got to do other businesses. Your payments. Let's make it more realistic. Let's say your payment's $1,200. Your payment's $1,200 a month. Times 12 is $14,400. So for the year, you got $14,400. That ain't bad, right? So you got 18,000 profit, but you got 14,000 going out. So what's 18 that minus So you're making total profit for the year $3,600. I want y'all to stay with me. Some of y'all might be thinking, that ain't bad. I got my rental property, got my little $300-$400 a month. I'm gonna be chilling on that. Let me help you real quick. Let's say your tenant stays for, you got one tenant that stays for 2 years. All right, so times 2 means you made 600,662. 31, you made 7. You made 7,200 for 2 years. Y'all follow me? This is where the pillar of management comes in. That's why you're going to get the My Best Tenant Management, the My Best Tenant Training, along with my Black Friday special. Okay, so you made $7,200 for 2 years, right? Let me help you. Your tenant moves out. What happens when your tenant moves out? Who's responsible for paying the mortgage? Let's say you are like a master property manager and you're on the ball getting stuff done super quickly and you only have 2 months vacant, 2 month vacancies. All right, so that's $1,200. Remember, your payment's $1,200. You got 2 months vacancies, right? 2 month vacancy is going to be 12 times 2. That is $2,400. Round up. Just follow me. This is the math. I know this stuff's boring. Nobody wants to talk about the math part. This is what almost put me out of business, which I had to change my business. This is what and how I was conducting business, right? Let's say you got vacancy, $2,400. Let's say you got to turn the property around. You got to possibly do new carpet, new paint. You got to fix some doors. You got to fix some holes in the walls. You got to get the place professionally cleaned, all that stuff. Let's say that adds up to what? Average. Average is going to be $4,000. Right? So that's going to be 6. Good gracious. And what else could pop up while you're doing this? I got turn. I'm going to make it, I'll keep it simple for our training this evening. I'm going to make it easy for you. What do you say? How about when there's a reverse mortgage? Oh, we'll get to Dave. We'll get to some questions in a minute, my brother. So you got 2 years worth of tenant, right? Profit $7,200, but then when they move out, it takes you 2 months to find a tenant, which really it's going to take 3 if you want a good tenant. Vacancy, $2,400 minus $4,000 of reno. What is that? So we're taking 72 minus 24 minus 4. So that's $800. Let me make sure I did that right, y'all. I'm not good at math. You know what? I am good at math. It's hard doing on this board while I'm talking to y'all. 2,400 minus 4,000. $800. I did it, y'all. I did it. It's good. Okay. So I want you to understand why it is so important for you to understand how to manage not only your property, but you got to manage tenants. That's why I'm including the My Best Tenant Training in this one, so you know. Look at this, y'all. I want y'all to see this. This is just, and you can break these numbers down. I've broken these numbers down dozens of times, and they all end up the same way. You own a property. You think you made $7,200 cash flow in 2 years, right? You think so. You think you did that. But then you got vacancy when the person moves out and you got to turn it around, renovation. Not to mention, I didn't even go over the repairs that you got to deal with throughout the year, right? We can put that in. So really, this $800 is really, it's really zero. It's really zero. Can y'all see that? It's really zero, y'all. So you got to understand how to manage these people, not only manage your properties, but manage the people, putting the right people in your properties. So the pillars of real estate that I wanted to kind of help you guys understand, the financing. When you come into the Black Friday special, the link's right in the video description, or you can just go to Kris Haskins Black Friday. It's open right now. I've condensed all of my training since 2004, all of my training, real estate training, for you into one low special for you. And it is an honor to be along with you on your journey. I cannot wait to see you guys get rolling in this real estate game. It is such an honor, y'all. We got a question here. Dave, can you use this method when the person is now deceased and the son is in control of the property? Absolutely. That is my favorite way to do that. Dave, I'm glad you brought that up. So when a person passes away, In fact, those are the best ways to do it, Dave. I can tell you that. Remember, we got to go back to our same example. Our financing, let's just say house. You got the financing. Now the financing is in a deceased person's name. So you're going to have to deal with the estate. And do you know the easiest debt to take over is debt in the name of a person that has moved on to the afterlife, Dave? Let me repeat this. This is why it is imperative that you understand the sport of acquisition and financing. If you want to, it is imperative. I get emotional when I talk about this stuff because people say, "Well, you can't do that." Doubt. I lived my 20s and 30s with so much doubt, and I don't want the same for you. Don't doubt this stuff, y'all. You're going to buy the property. You're going to leave the loan in the estate's name, but the house you're going to buy it now is in your name. I cannot tell you how many properties we have purchased where the loan is in someone that's moved on to the afterlife. So the estate, cousins, heirs, family members, all that stuff, they know it's not going to mess up mom's credit anymore because mom's not even with us anymore. So yes, you could take over that estate loan. In fact, who asked that? Dave, that is my favorite way to buy real estate. That's my favorite way. Dave, you got another question? Y'all put questions in. I'll go for a little longer. I got a consultation in 30 minutes. Dave, how about when there's a reverse mortgage? All right, let's talk about that. So reverse mortgages, they get the person the opportunity to live in the property without making a payment. That's the basic premise of a reverse mortgage. They get the money, but they don't have a payment, right? But the kicker to a reverse mortgage is if the person moves out, then they call the loan due. Or the person moves on to the afterlife, then the loan is due, right? So no, you cannot do a subject to, Dave, if the person has a reverse mortgage. Just ain't gonna happen. And Dave, I don't think you look good in a orange jumpsuit. So I'm gonna say stay away from those. Don't try to do those under the guise of someone still lives there, but they moved out, but you're trying to front like they haven't moved out. Don't do that. Just don't do it. Don't get in trouble. Like, what's going on? Kai Menzi, who we got? Whatever has excuse me, y'all. School me. All right, let's talk about that. That came up today. I'm so glad we're talking about this. Y'all, please do not let doubt hold you back. True story. Today, I'm just dealing with a guy. He's like, man, we got a property. We got these child support judgments we got to deal with. Let's go over an example right now. We'll do it right now. Why would I do that? Because I love you. Same thing, right? The sport of acquisition and finance. You got to get this. So you're going to buy the property. You're going to take over the financing in the seller's name. But let's say the seller also has $20,000 hospital liens from a hospital. $20,000. Let's just call it a medical liens. Hope y'all following me here. Make sure you're following here. Now, you can buy the property subject to the seller's loan, subject to the medical liens as well. So when you put the property in your name, because don't forget, remember what we said, financing and real estate don't go together. The loan can be sold at any time, just like the property can be sold at any time, irrespective of each other, right? Loans get transferred from Bank of America to Wells Fargo to Citibank to 3/5 mortgage. While you still own it, you do the same thing with the ownership. Now, we took over the property. Now we own it. You got the first loan. Let's say the first loan is $180,000, and then you got $20,000. So right now you got total debt of $200,000. You with me on this? School me. Your total debt is 200. So you're taking this property subject to $200,000 of loans and medical bills. And now what you can do after you own the property, and you got a couple options. You could just start making payments on this $200 here, $300 there, or you can reach out to them and try to negotiate to get the lien off the property. What we do is we say, look, Mr. Mrs. Medical Bill Credit Person, Joe Smith doesn't own the property anymore. Can we just get a release off the property? We don't want them to get a release from the debt. We're not asking for the medical bills to get released from the debt. All we want to do is get a release from the debt to be released from the property. Okay. So yes, school me. Absolutely. So the link's in the video description, y'all, to my Black Friday special. It's on right now. Just click it. You don't even got to go nowhere. Just click the link right in the video description to help you boost your understanding and deployment of real estate acquisition and financing, to understand these pillars: marketing, financing, location. I can't help you with location. Expandability. Can't help you with really expandability until you acquire the asset. Expandability is where we take a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, and we turn it into a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. That's going to be part of the renovation process. But management, y'all, negotiation, the main thing, I don't want to give y'all too much. If I give you too much, you do nothing. You know the old saying, if you give everything, you won't do nothing. That's why you just got to give you a little bit to start for now. Acquisition and finance. How am I going to finance these properties? That's why you're going to get private money, y'all. That's where you're going to take over other people's debt. That's where you're going to deal with lease options, all lease purchase real estate. So you understand the difference between financing and real estate. They have nothing to do with each other. Zero. They just happen to have a loan, and you happen to be here at the property. You're owning the property and keeping the debt in place. Now, that debt could be child support. That debt could be medical bills, like my man said at the bottom down there. That debt could be college liens, could be automotive, could be credit card stuff that has attached to the property. I can go on and on. Credit card, car note, all this stuff. You can buy it with all that in place. Child support liens, HOA liens. All you're doing is buying it subject to all of that. And then you can work all the stuff work that out later, right? There's one, actually, that was one from today, guys. Got back child support. Y'all men, I know, I can only imagine this is rough. I never had to deal with child support. I'm sure it's no fun, but you're gonna have to pay it, man. You're gonna, even if we negotiate doing a deal and you got back child support, I can get child support to release the lien off the property. And I could possibly get them to lower the amount, but you're gonna have to pay something, man. And don't be putting properties in trust trying to, y'all dudes be emailing me trying to get away from paying his child support by moving the property into a trust. We ain't doing all that. School me. Can I negotiate the hospital liens down? Absolutely. That's what we talked about earlier. If I open title, that should open up all liens, correct? Absolutely, school me. You got it, man. You got it. I don't know what you're doing, but you are really, you got it covered, my friend. I don't know if you're a girl or female, but so y'all, it's time to make a decision. What are you going to do with yourself? You're in the real estate business, whether you like it or not. Either you're renting somewhere, you live somewhere, you're paying. Somebody's paying somebody, I promise you. It all depends on which side of the chessboard you want to be on. So for me, I got sick and tired in 2003. I'm like, dude, I've been renting my entire life. I'm done. I got so tired of paying my rent every month going out the window. So I decided to turn myself into a landlord, right? I want to be the landlord. And that's why I created the Kris Haskins Black Friday special for you, to show you how to acquire assets, how to locate these, how to do the marketing. Now, there is some wholesaling in there. We have a wholesaling course also that we'll give it to you. But the management part, how to raise private money, foreclosures, and we're going to get my full foreclosure summit training where we show you how to find foreclosures, how do we talk to the seller, how do we bid at the auction. All that stuff's going to be covered in the Black Friday special. It is such an honor as we pass 148,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I get chills when I see it. When I get chills just saying that stuff, y'all. Little boy, Lynchburg, Virginia, by way of Hampton University, gets to have such a large YouTube channel and help so many people. It is really, really cool. Ron, can you refinance a subject to with a traditional lender? Yes, but Ron, let me help you with this. Why would you own a house? You own a house, right? With a loan in somebody else's name. That means, does it show up on your credit report? No. Does it take away from your debt to income? No. Does any of this stuff have to worry about how much you can borrow if you do go to a bank? No. It never shows up on your person. So Ron, I ask you, why would you want to take out debt not in your name and then put it in your name? I ask that question. People ask me all the time, can you refinance a subject to loan? I would never do it. Why would I want to do that? Christine, how much does it cost to do a consultation? If you just go to my website, krishaskins.com, and I'm doing a special. If that's a good question. If you invest in the Black Friday special, you're going to be able to get a consultation for a fraction of the price. Right? We'll give you a discount on that too. You'll see it right there. But if you just want a consultation, go to krishaskins.com. It's $275. I'm honored to meet you and talk with you about this stuff. This, y'all, this is how I built my real estate empire. And I know you're probably smarter than me. I'm sure you are. You're out there studying. You're here at night. There's 40-something people on here with me on this training. You are extremely forward thinking. When I was younger, I wasn't thinking about this stuff. Now is the time. Prepare yourself. Get studied up. I know the holidays are going to be here. You got plenty of time to go put the stuff in your brain so you can deploy for 2025. And as I leave you today, I want to just let y'all understand this one thing. Let me help you understand this one thing. I'll leave that up there. I am trying to remember myself. I got to constantly remind myself that these two things exist at the same time. Oh, man. These two things exist in the same time. Lack, right? These two things exist. Sorry about that, y'all. In a second. Lack abundance and lack exist at the same time. It's the same thing by saying and I know you guys have seen this already. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But what I understand with humans, it's good to be reminded from time to time. It's just how it is. You got to be reminded, y'all. And me too. This thing, I found myself the other day. Did you know I'm asking for forgiveness. Over the last few weeks, I have been so focused on lack. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm not blaming anybody. I can't blame nobody. And then, I struggle with my daughters coming home. I'm like, what's wrong with them? They might be depressed, whatever. Over the last few weeks, I have been living in a mindset of so much lack. I'm embarrassed. I look at my life. I've got so much. I've got my health. I've got real estate. I've got finance, and I've got family. I got a beautiful wife, kids, wonderful lifestyle. I wake up in the morning thinking to myself, Kris, you ain't worth 5 cents. You have nothing. I'm telling y'all the truth. I wake up thinking I have nothing. So I had to catch myself. I've got a mentor that says, Kris, abundance and lack are the same. I mean, they both exist at the exact same time. Just like when the glass is half empty, half full, which way do you see it? So I've been looking at the glass half empty for the last few weeks. I'm honest with y'all. I'm with you because I'm human. It's the exact same stuff around you all the time. So I've had to recalibrate my mind to say, you know what? Damn, why am I looking at all the few things that I don't have and looking at all the stuff that I'm like, Kris, what is wrong with you? Why are you just focused on so much little things that you don't have? I'm like, damn, I'm thinking to myself, I got 5 renovations going on right now. 5. So I got $1.2 million out. right? I'm like, damn, I don't got no money. Lack. I don't have no money. Abundance, Kris, you dummy. You got 1,200,000 in cash out. So I have to refocus too, y'all. It's not just you. I want you to know that I am living this stuff too. I'm beating myself up like you came from you were broke, $80 in your pocket, living on your friend's couch. Now you got 1,200,000 out in real estate and you focus on not having money in the bank. Kris, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Excuse me, will we have access to you if we have questions, if it's about a special? If you book a consultation, yes, you get a consultations at a discount at the bottom. We'll give you a consultation for $97. I get it. You rather leverage the equity to the property. Absolutely. I would do that. You're absolutely right. Christian, it's spiritual warfare. You're right. It's warfare. So I'm thinking about all this stuff I'm doing. I got a beautiful house. I got a YouTube channel popping. It's just cranking out money. I got affiliate marketing, digital marketing, a website, all this stuff's rolling for me. And all I can look at to see my bank account, I had $3,000 left in the bank, y'all. I had 3,000. I completely forget all the lenders that I can call to borrow hundreds of thousands. I completely forget all the lines of credit that I can go pull from at any time. I'm like thinking about all I see. And round up family, you know I love you. I'm talking to myself. I'm not even talking to y'all. I do this because I want to get better. I felt better. Both of them exist at the same time. I'm thinking to myself like, Kris, you got all this, but you focus on the lack. So I'm saying all that to say, sometimes you got to get plugged into other people that can help you refocus your mindset. Just like you go to the thermometer and you set the thermometer at 73 degrees, or if you're my wife, you set it at 71. Ooh, we be up in here freezing, y'all. My wife is just hot-blooded, dog. Y'all pray for me. I'm in here frozen. But you can focus on the lack, or you can focus on the abundance in your life. You get to choose. And I know it's not easy to do because there's so much lack. Watching the news, you got social media, people going to jail, wars in Ukraine, all this stuff, people getting shot, stabbed, so much mess going on. It messes with your mind. And this is the most important thing we have right here. The most important real estate is between these two ears. All right. So look, y'all, Kris Haskins, BlackFriday.com. Just go to the video description below to sign up. It is such an honor to hang out with you. I look forward. Now, when you go to check out, just click that button. You can get a consultation with me for a third of the price. That's going to give you 1 hour with me, and I'll tell you exactly what we'll put together an action plan for you. People pay $275 for this. I'm giving it to you for just a stupid price. Why? Because I want to see you succeed, and I need our culture to start winning, y'all. I need to start winning. All right, subscribe, share this with other people that are trying to understand this real estate game, and I look forward to being along on this real estate journey with you. Much love to you. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This weekend's video is going to be crazy. I interviewed a guy, gave his daughter a kidney. So good. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can meet a guy who went to my church. Dude volunteered to give his daughter a kidney. Is that not a monster move? You're welcome. Pastor Keith, what up? All right, y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Get started. Kris Haskins, BlackFriday.com. Peace.